Здравствуйте. Мы на радио КП. Я привезла американскую группу, где вас можно припарковаться.
Так, вы заселяться как типа?
Нет, мы на радио эфир.
Это радио «Комсомольская правда», 92,3 FM. В студии с вами Павел Филиппов и «Somebody Still Loves You» Boris Yeltsin. Так называется группа из Соединенных Штатов Америки. Hi, guys. Привет, ребята.
Привет. Привет.
So they speak Russian, actually. Они говорят по-русски вообще-то. The first question that comes into my mind. Why the hell this kind of name? Почему такое название группы?
It's recording now.
Yeah.
Yeah. Why the hell this kind of name? We were 4 semi-normal teenagers from the middle of nowhere.
We're not stopping until someone gets hurt.
We started a band because that's kind of what there was to do. We weren't even the best band on our street, and we didn't have any ambition, so it didn't matter what we named the band. The band name, for us, it could have been anything at all. Russian president? Sure.
Alternative sound, right, Jody?
Yeah.
Alternative pop. The band is called Someone Still Loves You, Boris Yeltsin. Wow. It's a great band name.
Our band name opened some doors.
Hi, you're my third caller. Would you like to go to the show?
And probably closed some others. We signed to a record label and toured the country. We must have driven across America 20 times, playing hundreds of shows. We weren't exactly mainstream, but we were officially the biggest band on our street.
For Someone Still Loves You, Boris Yeltsin.
It always felt like we were building up to something. Maybe we'd even get to meet Boris.
The West hailed him as a champion of freedom. To millions of ordinary Russians, he was the man who threw away their empire. The death of Boris Yeltsin has brought mixed emotions in his homeland. To many of his mourners, he's the hero who brought down the Soviet Union.
We were driving to a show in California when we heard the news, and Will gave a eulogy at the show that night.
He will remain in our heart and band name forever. Someone Still Loves You, Boris Yeltsin.
And we thought that was it. Boris was gone. That connection we had, whatever it was, would sort of fade away. And maybe we would too.
А я опять про конкретику. Мы слышали, что ваш фонд поддерживает различные музыкальные начинания, и вот отыскал такую американскую группу, которая называется Someone Still Loves You, Борис Ельцин.
Кое-кто все еще любит вас, Борис Ельцин.
Да.
Это группа из американской глубинки, город Спрингфилд, штат Миссури.
Ну, и играют-то они хорошо.
Да, это очень группа очень высокого
класса.
Вам
лично нравится? Рекомендуете?
Да, совершенно верно.
And then we got an email. It was weird timing when the Russians contacted us about the gig, because it kind of felt like in the life cycle of the band, maybe things were settling down. And as people, well, yeah, maybe we were too. But we couldn't help but feel like something was unfinished. Honestly, this seemed like the best way to end it. Our big finale would be in Boris Yeltsin's hometown. Maybe there, playing that show, we'd live up to the name.
В исполнении американских рокеров. Так группа с говорящим названием «Кто-то вас еще любит» Борис Ельцин призналась в своем чувстве первому президенту.
We got there and the US State Department had our itinerary. Visits, shows, interviews, formal lunches with Boris Yeltsin's friends, the whole thing. They briefed us before the interviews. Things were getting a little tense in 2013, and they didn't want us to say anything stupid. And we kind of felt a need to get our story straight.
All right, what's your band name?
We're called Someone Still Loves You, Boris Yeltsin.
What's that name? Why did you choose it?
We came up with the name when we were
Название мы
teenagers.
придумали, когда еще были подростками. В то время Борис Ельцин ушел в
The thing was, when the Boris Yeltsin Foundation reached out, we felt a little embarrassed, maybe a little ashamed. Like, what did they think? That we were like Soviet obsessed, history buffs, Yeltsin heads? And would they be disappointed that we were none of that? It was uncomfortable, but we wouldn't lie about it. We wouldn't play up some deep intention that wasn't there. The truth was, we were just young. I got to Yeltsin how I got to anything else. I saw him on TV. At the time, Boris Yeltsin was in the news. He had resigned as president and handed Russia over to the new guy. I saw all the late night shows making Boris Yeltsin jokes that week, and I was at the mall with my mom when the name came to me.
Okay, go ahead.
We didn't think too much about it, just grabbed his name and ran with it. It wasn't a joke exactly, but it definitely wasn't that serious.
So, does Boris Yeltsin influence on your, on what you do, like on your music?
No, not exactly.
I guess I kind of felt sorry for Yeltsin. If you watch the video of his resignation, you'll get it. By the end, his approval rating was rumored to be 2%. 2%. So I guess there are a couple people out there who still thought he seemed like a good and decent person.
Most agree, though, that his 8 years in power were a huge turning point in Russian history. So what will his legacy be?
A man who promised much, but in the end delivered very little. The people had fallen out of love with him.
What do you believe should be written on his tombstone?
The man whom Russia loved once.
Is it funny?
We didn't ask to borrow his name, so.
Yeah.
Before meeting with the Yeltsin Foundation, we were scheduled to play our show. We hadn't played a show or practiced in a long time. Like I said, we'd kind of settled down. We kind of just watched Rocky IV the night before we left, got pumped up, and hopped on the plane. Still, I couldn't help but imagine us having the same experience as Rocky. We would show up in Russia as these lovable underdogs. The crowd would be kind of skeptical, but by the end of our set, we'd somehow win their hearts and minds. Just like when Rocky knocks out Drago and the Soviet crowd starts chanting, USA or Rocky or whatever. But when we got there, we got the impression they thought we were more famous than we actually were. Normally, not a problem. Kind of cool even. But the expectations seemed high. It suddenly felt like we needed to crush it. And this was going to be more like Rocky than we were comfortable with. For this crowd, we did, it seemed, need to live up to the Yeltsin name. After all, it was theirs first.
Именно так сказал Dickey. Но ребята с симпатией отнеслись к личности Ельцина. Итак, друзья, встречайте! Группа Someone Still Loves You, Борис Yeltsin! Спасибо. Привет!
So, it was dark up there. I couldn't really tell how it was going over, to be honest. We were a little shaky, but we thought we pulled it off. We finished our last song and went over to the side of the stage. That's where you wait to see if there's an encore. And sure enough, just like in Rocky, they started chanting something in Russian. Then they started stomping. We asked our translator, "They want an encore, right?" She said, "Nah, they're chanting for the next band." They wanted us out of there.
Данными в предвыборный период, заявляя о своем выходе из КПСС.
Leaving behind him that assembly. He was angry towards the assembly. This Congress room of the Kremlin is slightly inclined. He was leaving, but he was ascending.
The big show was kind of a bust. You never know how it's gonna go. It felt awkward. We kind of sucked. It just wasn't the ending we thought it would be. Our last day, they had one more stop for us. The State Department arranged our meeting with the Yeltsin Foundation around an acoustic show and a Q&A at a public school. It was different.
It's a great honor for me to welcome you on behalf of the Yeltsin Foundation. Well, we know that it's a very important contribution on your behalf to popularize Yeltsin's name in America, because I believe not so many people know about Yeltsin. And, welcome to Russia. Thank you for your memory, for your contribution to Yeltsin memory. Thank you.
Thank you. Someone stole you, Boris Yeltsin.
И на следующий день в одной из школ Екатеринбурга. Участники американской группы Somebody Still Loves You Борис Ельцин.
Do you like Russian food?
Oh, yes, very much so.
The Boris.
For example?
Boris.
We want to invite you into our hall, please, into the places, because this Christmas, it is a very popular song.
I'm gonna get to know you better. Yeah. This Christmas.
Sitting in the auditorium, it sort of clicked. Here we were, playing this weird show in this little school for these kids. They sang us Christina Aguilera, they gave us bandanas and the school plaque, they inducted us into their gymnasium club. I still have no idea what that means. And the Boris Yeltsin Foundation. Those guys were stoked. On the plaque, it says, "This great chance to listen, to understand, to communicate with you helps us to become closer to the culture of the USA." And thinking about it, us making this band, taking this name, driving around in a van for years. I thought us playing a show in Boris Yeltsin's hometown would complete some puzzle. We'd earn the name. But that wasn't the point. Yeltsin was a random connection between strangers. Embracing that connection, that was the point.
Wow, it's a great band name.
They never needed us to live up to the name. They never needed us to be anything other than what we were. 4 guys from the middle of nowhere. We never met Yeltsin. But in that moment, we never felt closer to him.